Hey guys, it's me Arlene, Delicious Delights. Welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'll be talking about some more new release fragrances for 2021. I have 18 new fragrances here that I'll let you guys know about. I have some men's releases that I'll be talking about as well, and then at the very end I'll be letting you guys know which are my top 3 that I'm looking forward to the most out of all of these. So there is a lot to go through. It's going to be a long video, so let's just jump right in with the first one. The first one is from the house of Valentino. It's Voce Viva Intensa. So this is a flanker of Voce Viva, and if I remember correctly, the face of that fragrance was Lady Gaga. I don't even really remember what it smells like, but I do remember that it wasn't my favorite fragrance ever. But anyways, they have now come out with an intense version. It has some notes of bergamot, mandarin orange, orange blossom, jasmine, crystallized moss, and bourbon vanilla. So I do want to give this one a try. I'm not sure if Lady Gaga is still the face of this fragrance, but I'll give it a try anyway because I love trying new things all the time. The second new release is from the house of Armani. It's My Way Intense. When houses come out with new original fragrances, you can almost be certain that they'll come out with an intense version. So My Way Intense has some notes of bergamot, orange blossom, tuberose, jasmine, sandalwood, and vanilla. With the original My Way from Armani, I thought it smelled nice. I remember smelling cherry blossom, even though I'm not sure if cherry blossom was in the notes, but for me it had like this nice sweet cherryish fruity cherry blossom floral scent about it. My husband liked it and commented on it when I was testing it. So My Way Intense, I don't know, we'll see how that one goes. A lot of times intense versions of fragrances aren't even more strong or better with performance, but I am curious about this one, and the bottle is absolutely stunning. The third fragrance release is from the house of Tiffany and Co, and it's called Rose Gold. It has notes of bergamot, blue rose, and ambrette seed. I have not heard of the note of blue rose or blue rose as a flower before, so that's completely new to me. No idea what that smells like. I think the bottle designs of the Tiffany perfumes are stunning, very clean, classic looking, and this blue rose note is really interesting me a lot. The next new release is from the house of Givenchy. We have another flanker. This is L'Interdit EDP Rouge with their latest flanker in the black bottle. I think it was the intense version. I really enjoyed that one. It was really heavy, and I think there was like sesame seed in the notes, which kind of was an interesting note to add to a fragrance. But this new one comes in this gorgeous burgundy, deep, dark, rich red color, and it has some notes of blood orange, ginger, jasmine, tuberose, pimento leaf, vetiver, patchouli, and sandalwood. So I am curious about this one. The original L'Interdit I wasn't a fan of, and then they came out with the EDT version, which I did like, and then they came out the one with the black bottle, which I also thought was a lovely scent. And now I'm interested in this one because the blood orange note in here, and then the bottle is just really beautiful. This is a fragrance I'm definitely looking forward to. Coming up, we have a fragrance from the house of Kilian, and it's called Le Verte, so I guess green hour. So this fragrance comes in the same bottle design as the Angel Share bottle and the Roses on Ice bottle. It looks like a glass, a whiskey glass with some cubes in it, ice cubes. I love the bottle design of this collection. It has some notes of absinthe, violet leaf, licorice absolute, patchouli, woods, vetiver, and sandalwood. So when I read that there's absinthe in this fragrance, I believe there's another fragrance from the Kilian collection that is probably discontinued now, and I think it's the Taste of Heaven that has absinthe in it. So I'm wondering if it's a similar fragrance or maybe it's the same fragrance but re-released. I don't know, we'll see. In any case, I do love the bottles, as I said, and it's definitely worth for me trying because the notes in here look really interesting with the licorice and the violet leaf and the absinthe. Now, the next fragrance here is from the house of Dior, another exclusive private collection release. They have been releasing a lot, it seems, lately, and this one is called Vanilla Diorama. This one has notes of lemon, orange, pink pepper, cardamom, bourbon vanilla, rum, cocoa, sandalwood, and patchouli. And of these notes, the notes that stick out to me is, of course, the vanilla, the bourbon vanilla, but also the rum and the cocoa. So yeah, that sounds like a beautiful boozy vanilla scent. I love boozy scents and I always love vanilla perfumes. So I am curious about this one for sure. And then we have a niche fragrance. This is from the house of Memo and it's called Corfu. It has notes of rhubarb, lily of the valley, grapefruit, orange, peach, raspberry, amber, iris, sandalwood, moss, patchouli, tonka. A lot of fruity, citrusy notes in here. It looks like a nice, fresh summer scent. Corfu, I have visited in the past. It was a beautiful, beautiful place. I remember it so vividly how gorgeous Corfu was, the beaches, the sun, the sand. It was just amazing. And so I am very curious about this scent, mostly because I have visited Corfu, Greece. We took a boat from Italy, you know, the heel of the boot in Italy. We took it from there and then we took a boat to Corfu to this really nice beach resort, and it was just like one of the most fun vacations, and I remember how yummy the food was as well. Okay, so the next one is from the house of Acqua de Parma. This one is called Lily of the Valley. It has some notes of bergamot, grapefruit, blackcurrant, lily of the valley, of course, and there's some jasmine, magnolia, geranium, musk, and cedarwood. I enjoy lily of the valley perfumes. I'm not sure if I would need more than a few though. My go-to lily of the valley is Guerlain Idle or Idyll or Idylla. That one is my most favorite lily of the valley, but I am curious about this one just because I really like that green white floral note very much. There's another one from Acqua de Parma that's coming out called Oud and Spice. It has some notes of bergamot, raspberry, rose, cinnamon, pink pepper, clove, Laotian oud, patchouli, and labdanum. To be honest, I'm not really that much in the mood for oud. It has been that way for a few months now, or maybe even longer. I just have not been craving oud fragrances, but the notes in this one looks nice, especially with the cinnamon and the cloves and the raspberry. Maybe it's like a sweet, spicy oud. And yeah, if I see this in the store, then I definitely want to get my nose on it. And another fragrance release is from the house of YSL. This is from their Le Vestiaire collection. Hopefully I said that right. It's called Rouge Velours. And the notes in this one are white tea, pink pepper, rose, jasmine, iris, vetiver, patchouli, and musk. I'm not that familiar with this collection of fragrances. There are a few that I remember that I really enjoyed. Cabane was one of them. And then there was an incense one that I can't remember the name of. Yeah, this collection is a little bit harder to come by. But this one sounds really nice because there's white tea in it, and I'm loving my tea fragrances, and I'm just really curious about it because of that mostly. Now let's move on to some men's releases. I don't really talk about men's perfumes much on my channel, but there are some here that are quite interesting, I think. And of course, I do have a few male viewers from time to time. So I'll just go into them quickly. The first one is Jean-Paul Gaultier's Scandal Pour Homme, which I knew that they would release a men's version of this eventually because of how popular the Scandal line on the women's side is. It has notes of caramel, tonka, clary sage and vetiver, and the bottle is quite interesting. It has like a crown on top that reminds me a lot of the Dolce & Gabbana K perfume bottle. The next one is Calvin Klein Defy. It has notes of bergamot, lavender, Haitian vetiver, and amber. I pretty much like fragrances mostly from this house. Like, I like all of them. There isn't something from this house that I can think of that I absolutely despise. So in general, Calvin Klein perfumes are just easy to wear, everyday, functional, versatile fragrances. And I'm assuming this is probably going to be one of that type as well. Next up, Bvlgari Man Terrae Essence. This has Calabrian Citron, Calmondin, not sure what that is, vetiver, orris concrete, earthy notes, and styrax. I haven't been a fan of this Bvlgari Man line. I tried the original a long time ago and I can't really remember much about it, but I do know that they come out with flankers of Bvlgari Man quite regularly. The next one, we have Dior Sauvage Elixir. Of course, this is like one of the most popular men's fragrances right now. And now there's an elixir version. Some notes are spices, woods, and lavender. Quite vague, but I can already imagine what it might smell like. Maybe it's a stronger version of the original. Who knows? But yeah, that's another one. And then the last men's release here is Paco Rabanne Phantom. And this is like the most cutest bottle ever. It's in the shape of a robot. I absolutely love it. It would even be something that I would buy just because of the bottle. Yes, I would do that. Just for display back here, maybe. And it has notes of lavender, absolute, Italian lemon zest, rhubarb, fruity notes, clary sage, patchouli, vanilla absolute, and Haitian vetiver. But for me, all I can think about is how adorable this bottle is. It looks like a toy, and I would love to own it just for display reasons. All right, so now let's move on to the top 3 fragrances that I am looking forward to the most out of all of these ones here. The first one is from the house of Diptyque, and it's called Diptyque Kyoto. It has notes of frankincense, Turkish rose, vetiver, and beetroot. I love incense perfumes very much. I have been getting more and more into incense as time comes. It's not something that I would probably wear every single day, but I think incense has this really nice quality about it where when I wear it, I feel like I'm extra fancy, I'm extra dressed up. It kind of boosts my confidence a little bit, and it just gives me like this mysterious kind of vibe. It makes me feel more mysterious, if you know what I mean. And so the combination of incense and beetroot sounds totally interesting to me, totally something that I would love, and unique. So that's in third place. In second place, the second perfume that I'm looking forward to the most is from the house of Kilian. And this one is called Apple Brandy on the Rocks. And this one has notes of pineapple, bergamot and cardamom, rum, moss and vanilla, and cedar and ambroxan. So I'm wondering if this is similar or the same fragrance as the old Apple Brandy fragrance, which was a city exclusive, which I have tested and which I really, really loved, but it was so expensive. And I thought the performance on it was a bit lacking. So I'm not sure if this is the same, if you guys know if it's the same fragrance or is it a flanker. I really don't know anything about it yet. But if you guys know something about that, please let us know in the comments. But yeah, this is definitely one that I want to try because Apple Brandy, the original one, I loved a lot. But if this one is similar to that and stronger, then it might be something that I would add to my collection. And finally, the number 1 fragrance that I am looking forward to the most out of all of these fragrances is from the house of Mugler, and it's called Alien Goddess. This is a flanker of Alien, and I'm just in love with this collection. Although the original Alien gives me a headache. I can't really wear it. There are many flankers from this collection that I think are just phenomenal, you guys. And I enjoy this collection so much. And now they came out with a new one and it's beautiful. It comes in this really gorgeous sparkling gold bottle. It kind of reminds me of the Alien Sublime bottle. And it has notes of bergamot, jasmine, bourbon, vanilla, and cashmerean. So I'm very curious about that one. I might even blind buy it. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm just a huge fan of the Alien collection. I'm also a fan of the Angel collection. And so anytime there's a new flanker, I get super excited, and I am very excited about this new release, Alien Goddess. All right, guys, so that was my super long video of new releases. I know there's so many to keep up with. It's very hard to keep up with all of these, but I thought that I would just let you guys know about the ones that will be released soon, or perhaps they're already released where you are. It depends, I guess, where you live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I will see you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.